Hi, I'm Tim Grant. Today we're going to talk about strumming and rhythm. I'm going to start out with some basic rhythms, but we're going to talk about a little bit about equipment and things that you need to play strumming patterns. The pattern I just played there we'll get to later in another video. I just wanted to show you kind of basic rhythms and a little bit of walking bass to show you where you can be. It sounds difficult, but it's with a little bit of work you can get there. So first things first, how you strum and what you strum with. I want to talk about you can use your fingers. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using your thumb just because it gets pretty soft and you don't have a whole lot of flexibility in making it louder and quieter. And if you do get picks, I recommend going to the music store or looking online and getting different sizes. And what I mean by sizes is thickness. Most of the picks are about this size here. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Which is about the size of your thumb. They do make smaller and bigger picks. You're welcome to get whatever you want. This is a smaller one. You see my thumb's just a little bit bigger than that. But what I would most recommend is get your average size pick as far as the shape, and they look like a teardrop. And get some different thicknesses. Now this is a pretty thick pick. It is a 1.14. That's 1 millimeter .14. And that's a pretty thick pick. Make sure you do get a medium size pick. This one is about a medium. This is a Dunlop. The other one was a Dunlop with just different material. This is a Dunlop, a nylon, and this is 0.75. That's about a medium because it's got some flexibility. See that? Whereas, oh, I just lost it. Excuse me. These don't flex as much. And then get yourself some thin ones too. And I can't remember, maybe 4, maybe 5.5. This also is a Dunlop, but the little turtle got worn off from my hands. When I was a kid starting guitar lessons, I was told my guitar teacher started us on what's called a fender thin. The fenders are usually this sort of fake tortoiseshell brown, and they come in different sizes, thin, medium. This is a medium here. It's got some flexibility. I don't have a thin. And heavy. I do have a heavy here. It's a little bit different color, but oh, this one's broken. But anyway, the point is get some and try them out and see what works best for you. In my experience, probably something around a 0.7 is good for somebody starting out, but because it gives you a little bit of give, but it also it lets you control a little bit more. Whereas the thin ones, to me, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of control. That's a thin. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell if that's a thick. To me, from here, I can hear this is louder, and then with the thick ones, they're a lot louder. But you can also loosen up your grip on it and make it more like a thin. But that takes some time to get used to. I'd say something in the medium range, about 0.7, would be good. But definitely get some different ones and try them out. Another thing you want to do about holding the pick, this is the right way, or the recommended way. Lots of people play them different ways, so I'm not going to tell you the right way, but what's most comfortable for me when I'm strumming is to bring my fingers in so they're not sticking out. But some people do play them so they can kind of get an anchor, and that's okay. There's no judgment passed here, but I usually hold them like this. Got my thumb, and so that we've got a little bit of space out here, okay? And finger right behind it. If you drop it, it's just part of the learning process. Just get a whole bunch of them, because like these like to hide. They're kind of a gold clear color, and I can never find them. They're all over the place in my house. All right, that's first thing. Second thing is, if you're not real comfortable with chords, you can't get a good clear sound, you may want to consider investing in a capo. You will use it down the road, but what I would say is, if you are struggling down here getting a C or a G out, and you're not quite getting a good clear sound, kind of a little cheat, but it's okay. Take a capo and put it down. So I'd start at the 5th fret and then try a G and a C there. The reason it's a little bit easier is, one, it brings the strings closer in, so it drops your action down, and two, the frets down here are smaller than they are up here, so you're going to have a little bit easier time making clear sound, and that's what you really want to try to do, is get as much of a clear sound as you possibly can. The notes are ringing out. I would recommend, let's do either a G chord or a C chord, or if you know it, an E chord, or an E minor. That'll work. D chord, let's not do that one yet, because the reason is you have to skip some strings, and today we're just going to work on all the strings. So I'm going to be playing G chord. If that doesn't work, if you're still having struggles getting a good clear sound, bring your capo up to the 7th fret and try that. See where you can get it to where you just can get every note to speak. All right, we're not going to worry about changing. We're just going to keep it on one chord. Okay, I'm just going to do it down here for simplicity's sake. All right, that's the second thing. The third thing we want to do is, if you don't have one, get a metronome. You can buy them standalone. You can get them on an app on your phone or your tablet. I just downloaded one tonight on my tablet. I actually have a drum machine that I work with, but it's complicated for this video. I don't want to bring that out. So get yourself a nice simple metronome. This one, I'm not selling any metronomes, so it doesn't really matter. This one, I think it was the second one on the list that came up, and I don't know what it's called. Let me look. It's called Easy Metronome. It's purple. And the reason I picked that one is because it looked like it didn't have a whole lot of ads or in-app purchases, unless you know, you're specifically looking for something, and that ads are just kind of annoying. So anyway, set your metronome to 60 beats per minute, and what I'm going to do is, this is 4 beats, and right now I've got no subdivisions on, so it's just going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you hear 1 is a higher pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to strum down. But while you're strumming down, make sure you do evenly and up. So you're like a pendulum. Okay, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But you see how my hands really go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You want to try to keep that as steady as possible. And instead of strumming on the upbeat, I'm going to pull my hand away just slightly and go down. So it's going to be 1, 2, and I'm turning so you can see me pull back a little bit. Almost like a oval. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it as slow as you need to. If you got to take it slower, that's fine. We're not worried about our left hand except for just getting a clear tone out of your strings. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I was a little late on that. Okay, as you go, you might start to, I lied. It's making me like the app, sorry. As you go along, the closer you get to the beat, now I wasn't on the beat every time. I was a little distracted. I'm trying to look here and see, make sure you can see my hand moving in and out. But you'll notice that as the beat's going, if you play exactly on the beat, you can't hear it. You'll hear, instead of the beep, you'll just hear your strum. That means you're right on the beat and you're doing a great job. So that's kind of your sign. Sometimes the beat will be a little bit louder, but if you hear beep and then strum, you're behind. If you strum and then beep, then you're ahead. So you want to try it right on it. Then once you get that, on my app, you can hit a little music note and there's a subdivision section. I'm gonna make it so it's 2 tones per beat. So it's gonna sound 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what I'm gonna do, instead of pulling away this time, we're gonna go up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So I'm not pulling away anymore, okay? But remember the pull away because that's how we're gonna get all those extra notes in there. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and nice and slow. We're gonna do it 60 beats per minute here. Here we go. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right. And just practice that. Now, what you need to be careful about that is you want to try to get your downstroke and your upstroke in a similar sound. You don't want to really hit it. You want to make sure it goes down with about the same pressure. Try to keep it as even as possible. And we're going to stop right there and we're going to practice that. If you've got to do it slower, that's fine. And then just try to speed it up. All right, and in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to practice doing off beats without the down beats and just mix up the patterns a little bit. But that's a good start. So first thing, get a bunch of different picks and see what you like best. You are going to grow as you play. You're going to grow and your tastes are going to change. So it's okay if you purchase a bunch. They are not that expensive, maybe a quarter, maybe 50 cents a piece. You probably buy a pack. I usually buy them in bulk. And then after that, the next thing, if you can't get a clear tone, make sure you get a capo and try up on a higher fret. Do the same chords. And then get yourself a metronome app and work with that. And then you're going to start with the downstrokes with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in between the numbers, you're going to practice the upstrokes on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and try to get a nice even sound. I am going to put this video on my website, www.timgrantguitar.com. I'll make a special tab specifically for rhythm because this is going to be a whole series. This is just the first one, so I hope to be putting out another one sometime at the end of the week. Please subscribe. Thank you.